high gain, pitch 212, yaw 37, over.
Roger, I think I got that high gain now.
Roger.
Anything left here? Okay, sequence camera coming on.
We choose to go to the moon in this decade and do the other thing, not because they are easy, but because they are hard. Because that goal will serve to organize and measure the best of our energies and skills. Because that challenge is one that we're willing to accept, one we are unwilling to postpone.
That's here. That's home. That's us. On it, everyone you love, everyone you know, everyone you ever heard of, every human being who ever was, lived out their lives by this point of pale light.
Houston, Tranquility Base here. The Eagle has landed.
Roger, Tranquility, we copy you on the ground.
That's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
Hey everyone, welcome to another MoonDAO Town Hall. GM, how's it going, Ryan?
Good. How's it going, Pablo? Happy Thursday.
Happy Thursday. Cool. So we've got some new projects that have been approved by the community. So this week's town hall, what we're going to be doing is two things. One, we're going to be going through kind of like a MoonDAO 101. Not just for some of the new projects where it might be the first time that they're working with MoonDAO, but also for the broader community to just kind of serve as a general kind of onboarding and video where we kind of give a big overview of how MoonDAO works, all the sort of things that we support or features that we provide, and then after we're done with this presentation, we'll jump into some of the projects that were approved. But I suppose we can just hop right in, unless if there's anything you want to add, Ryan, before we jump through.
Cool, yeah, let's get into it. MoonDAO 101. If you're watching on the socials, do give us a like and share. Also, if you have any questions, feel free to ask in the YouTube chat or wherever you may be watching, and we'll try to get to them here during the onboarding call here.
Cool. All right. Let's jump right in. So I guess we can maybe start with some key stats or things that MoonDAO has done. Some of you are already familiar with this, but so MoonDAO started as a crowd raise to send people to space back in 2021 or early 2022. And we've grown to over 12,000 token holders around the world that support MoonDAO. And so MoonDAO kind of evolved from being this collective of people all over the world that shared a goal of trying to send someone to space to something broader, where now we support a grants program using that same treasury. And we've supported over 80 projects at this point, and done a lot and sort of expanded as a community since then. MoonDAO operates in an on-chain native way. So what that means is we use smart contracts. So this is our kind of coordination platform on moondao.com. You can go and interact with those contracts. So these are things that define things like citizens. They define things like teams, like projects, our governance. All of these things are done via immutable code that lives on chain. And it's a cool way of operating because it's transparent, it's open to people from all over the world, and we're kind of like our own little nation state. we have a kind of like off-chain law side that coordinates with our on-chain code. So we've incorporated as a DAO legally. So we're kind of bridging the two worlds between the internet native world and kind of like the quote unquote old law world. Yeah, we've defined most or all of our corporate governance on chain. So this is kind of a quick overview of our governance. So we have 3 major branches. It's structured after the US Constitution, but essentially we have a member house, which is all of the people that hold our token. They can lock those tokens to get voting power. And they vote on proposals. So for example, they voted on which projects we decided to fund this quarter. Before a proposal is brought to the community, it's reviewed by the Senate, which is it's composed of people that have taken on leadership roles within the community by leading a project. So there's kind of a proof of work element there. It's people that have successfully led a project to completion. So this is kind of a smaller body that helps kind of guide our governance before things go up to vote. And then finally, if something does pass and it requires work from the DAO, like for example, things having to do with our operations or say like general kind of like support of projects, this is done via our executive branch, which is a group of people that essentially work within the DAO full time and support all our ongoing initiatives and strategy, and they're elected by the community via vote, and then they also execute transactions after they pass through governance. So yeah, Ryan, I don't know if there's pause me if there's anything you want to jump in on, but I'm going to go through.
Okay, I think you're covering it pretty well here.
Okay. All right. So we talked about how you vote with a token. So here's kind of like a little bit more of a deep dive. So we essentially have a token that's on chain. You can lock that in order to get voting power. And then we actually take the square root of the total amount of tokens you have locked in order to determine your voting power. The reason we do this is so that not one person can jump in and essentially like take over the DAO. So yeah, we have this as kind of it's called a Sybil resistance mechanism. So this means that like it's difficult for one person to say like generate multiple accounts and try to take over the DAO, or for one individual to block a bunch of tokens and take over. So this is how we kind of decentralize our power within the community using this token that's distributed to over 12,000 people. And
yeah, I'll just add, you can, obtain the token on the open market through things like Uniswap or via our website, but you can also earn the token. We have a geometric release, so we distribute tokens, some amount of tokens. I think last quarter was about 8 million or so that we distribute locked to builders and contributors for each quarter. So these are people working on projects or people submitting independent contributions to the community circle. So we actually just distributed the Q4 rewards here in the past week or so. And yeah, people are now able to, if you were eligible for rewards last quarter, you are able to claim those rewards now on our website, just with a pretty simple, maybe 2-click interface to approve and withdraw your rewards, which will increase your voting power, which is really cool to see people's influence growing in terms of what they're building and how we're going to shape this in the future.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, it's a cool way to kind of distribute voting power to people that have contributed to the DAO over time. It's like you're getting a little bit of sweat equity.
Little comment from Kevin here in the audience. So glad MoonDAO uses quadratic voting. One can only hope the US uses this logic would prevail.
Yeah. Yep. Cool. So, kind of moving along, we have essentially like a little passport that we give people within the community. This is our like citizenship, and so this is your access to all of the features within the MoonDAO platform. So it unlocks jobs board, internal marketplace, discounts. It allows you to create proposal submissions so that you can fund your projects. We also have little quests that you can do in order to gain MOONEY tokens. So it's kind of like a little onboarding experience where you can do little actions and get a small amount of tokens. Yeah, so it's essentially your gateway to the broader MoonDAO ecosystem. And you can see all your stats. So it provides an easy voting platform, etc. So if you're not a citizen, you should check it out. It's not very expensive, and yeah, it's a great way to get involved in MoonDAO. So you might be asking, all right, well, we've kind of gone through how governance works in terms of voting. We've kind of described how people can get access to the MoonDAO community through the platform, but how does it actually work? How do you actually get a project funded? So essentially, we've got a process that you can see on the slide. You start in ideations. This is a forum within our Discord. Our Discord is kind of where all of the conversation happens within the DAO. We've structured it so that people can communicate with one another, but then also coordinate on proposals. So someone will say, hey, I've got this great idea that I want funded. They can post it in ideation, and then that gets the ball rolling. And then people can kind of workshop on the proposal or give feedback, or kind of, it's a way so that we can do a little bit of sense making. Once the proposal kind of is taking shape, it can be submitted as a formal proposal for Senate review. We review these proposals every quarter. So, and this is done on a rolling basis. You can submit a proposal whenever, but it will be reviewed at the beginning of the next quarter. And from there, the Senate will give feedback and then do a vote to determine whether or not it's ready to go up for vote by the rest of the members. And then at the beginning of the quarter, we've just done this, the community will actually vote and rank each of the proposals, or they'll distribute their voting power between all of them. And then they'll be ranked from whichever proposal received the most voting power all the way down to the one that received the least. And then we will fund the top proposals that have been, as they've been decided by the community. And then once we have the set of proposals that are passed, then we execute by sending the budget that they've asked for to those projects. And so that's where we're at right now in our governance cycle, by the way. So yeah.
Just by way of illustration, we had 20 incredible ideas that were submitted during the initial kind of community ideation workshop. And then from those 20 submissions, 9 passed through the Senate review and revision process. And those 9 went up to community vote, and we had 5 projects that were ultimately approved for this first Q1 cycle, the first Q1 cohort, who we'll be hearing from here a little bit later in this call.
Yeah. Cool. All right. So we kind of touched on this briefly earlier, but by doing work either via a project or submitting it in our community circle, you can receive rewards. These are both in the form of Ethereum and then also in voting power. So yeah, it's a great way to get involved in the community by doing something and then being rewarded by the community. So yeah, what we're trying to achieve through all of this, like you might be asking, why do this at all, is we want to create a new sort of platform for people to coordinate on these really big civilization defining missions. We we see in our vision that it'll require many companies, many types of people from all over the world that will need to coordinate in order to make this vision of a self-sustaining and self-governing settlement on the moon happen. And so that's why we've designed this platform so that people from all over the world can work together and coordinate in order to achieve this. So yeah, and we've built it on top of smart contracts so that it's simple for anyone with an internet connection to get involved and to coordinate in an open and transparent sort of way. So yeah. So yeah, if you want to get involved, you're already here at our MoonDAO Town Hall, which is a great way to start. But yeah, next steps would be to acquire some of the token, lock it for governance power, become a citizen, and then apply for apply for a project, create a project proposal, or submit contributions into the community. Yeah. And yeah, that's pretty much it. We are going to the moon, and yeah,
it's coming sooner than we know it. I don't know if we want to. If anybody has any questions, though, I know we've got Lou and Frank and Kevin and Smokey and other people leaving comments here. But if you have any questions, do let us know. I don't know, Pablo, if we should show the dashboard perhaps a little bit in terms of, I know some people are navigating this for the first time in terms of claiming their rewards or doing the weekly check-ins to get other rewards, and just kind of seeing a little bit about what that behind the scenes interface looks like for registered citizens.
Right. Let me share my screen.
Okay.
Here we go. Okay, so what you're looking at here is once you become a citizen, you'll see a kind of a dashboard with a bunch of stuff that's going on in the MoonDAO community. So you can see your total amount of MOONEY, your voting power, newsletters. We basically compile everything that's happened in the community on a weekly basis. You can check in every week to receive a reward. So this has been an interesting feature where essentially we take a portion of the liquidity pool rewards. So MoonDAO has like some amount of liquidity that it provides and then distribute it to the community. We have retroactive rewards, so you can basically every quarter, if you submit a proposal, or if you put in funds, or if you put a contribution into the community circle, then you can receive some MOONEY. You can see open proposals, the quests, like we mentioned. So you can complete these quests in order to get a little bit of MOONEY. We've got a good amount of quests. If you click view all quests, it'll expand all of this. These are the active projects for the quarter. So these are the ones that have passed this quarter. Marketplace, events. You can also see your teams as well. Citizens, featured teams, and we've also got this handy dandy little map where you can see where people are from all over the world that are part of the MoonDAO community. But yeah, so let's kind of just poke around a little bit just to get a feeling for different things within the app. So we recently just went through and passed some proposals. You can actually click on any of these and it'll take you to the proposal page where you can read about each of the projects that have passed. So since this one has passed, it's got a Ethereum treasury that's been created for it. And once we execute on the transaction to send the funds, the team can actually coordinate right here and use this in order to send funds and essentially operate. We've got a So this is our MOONEY section. So this is where you can get governance power, and you can lock it. You can learn about how this works. You can become a citizen. So this is our kind of network section. You can become a citizen. You can also create a team. So if you're a company or organization that wants to get involved in MoonDAO, we provide a method to essentially give you a treasury and then be able to coordinate within the MoonDAO ecosystem. You can submit projects. You can put things on the job board. You can put things in the marketplace. It's an offering that we have for organizations or individuals that want to coordinate as a team together. Yeah, the learn section has a lot of stuff. If you go here to the about, this is our documentation. There's quite a lot of information here, but this is a great way to like do a deep dive into any of the things that we've talked about today. Yeah, you can kind of get exactly what we covered in this call, but in text form and maybe at a little bit more length. And then finally, we have the Launchpad. So this is what we've been working on in order to help fund new initiatives from the MoonDAO community. This is something that we were rolling out this year. And yeah, we've got, we're very excited for this, of course, but it's something that we're kind of, it's not yet publicly available, but will be soon. So yeah, that's, I think, most of it. I don't know if there's anything else, Ryan, that you want to cover here.
No, you covered most of it. But yeah, the obviously the teams, if you're part of a group or a company or an organization that would like to be involved in this network, as Pablo mentioned, you can list jobs, you can list things on the marketplace. So it is kind of really cool because these teams can list things for sale on the marketplace. Rewards get distributed to our community members, citizens that are building and creating here within the MoonDAO ecosystem, and in turn they can and do use those rewards that they get to go on to purchase things within the marketplace. So in the past, we've had, event tickets for sale or like training courses. I've had people reach out to me recently, like hoping to use their MoonDAO rewards to register for future space kind training, for instance. So these sales are all direct, like there's no like MoonDAO cut essentially that gets taken out there. It's just direct B2B or B2C sales that happen within the ecosystem, all on chain, and obviously can help foster international transactions and purchases as well on this global Ethereum ecosystem, as opposed to having to deal with international wire transfers or international payments and everything else, which can be pretty cumbersome for a lot of people. So yeah, we're working on getting more stuff listed and then into the marketplace and the jobs listing right now with some of our existing teams. I think we have 20-something teams and 160 plus citizens, 165 plus citizens right now. We've had a few people register recently, but yeah, new year, just trying to get people using some of these features and update listings for 2026 for sure. But yeah.
Yeah. Awesome. We've got some questions from the community. Maybe we can put some of these up here.
Yeah.
Trent's asking, what's with the chief meme officer job? So this is it's been an open position for a little bit, but it is serious. If someone wants to, I've got it. Essentially, it's just, it lists my email address. It says send me your best meme. And if I find it funny, and then you might get hired to make memes for MoonDAO. So send me your best memes, and maybe we'll make that a part-time role or something to just create good memes for MoonDAO.
We should also we also have a job listings that we should, we're looking for dev work constantly too, whether you're a smart contract dev or a front or back end dev too. That's something we'll probably be adding here, but something we're constantly looking for at MoonDAO.
Yeah. Lou asks, what is the minimum age to become a MoonDAO citizen? I mean, yeah, we'd love to have the platform be available to people of any age, but I believe in our docs we say it's 13 years of age minimum. So yes, I believe that's the number that we have in the documentation.
Yeah, just compliance with various laws within the U.S. and I think elsewhere. But yeah, basically 13 and up. We do have some people that are kind of, you know, still in high school or whatever. So we accept that age group as well.
Yeah. This is a good question as well. So yeah, we try to comply with laws from all over the world. In the EU, we're not pretty much just sure exactly how to interact with their laws when it comes to data, and because we're using a blockchain, we have essentially the ability to request to delete your data, but given that it is a blockchain, you can go to old blocks. So we're just kind of unsure how that's treated in the EU. I don't think they have a clear answer for that yet. So we've decided to just geo-block the EU, which is sad for people that are in Europe. But until we have a clear answer around how that is all treated, that's just the best solution we've come up with so far. But we'd love to have it, you know, available and open to people in the EU. It's just tricky because I don't think they know exactly how they want to treat this yet. Yeah, I don't know if there's other questions. I'm looking in the chat. But yeah, feel free to add other questions in YouTube or any of our other streaming links. And yeah, if you're watching this and you want to get involved, then yeah, take the first steps and join the MoonDAO community, become a citizen, and you'll have access to all these features. So yeah.
Sweet. Yeah, moondao.com. You can also join the Discord, moondao.com/Discord. It'll redirect you to our more social community there too. Oh, you're muted, Pablo.
Oh, I think it auto-muted when I stopped sharing. But yeah, cool. So I think that's all we wanted to cover with the MoonDAO 101. But we also wanted to invite some of our new projects up on stage to say a few words, and also bring up any sort of asset they have from the community, any support that they're looking for in the next coming weeks. So yeah, happy to bring on some of our project leads up here. Yeah, Ryan, I don't know who you want to pick on first.
I don't know if we should go and take just one at a time, and we call on Trent here first.
Sure.
What's up, Trent? How's it going?
Hello. You guys still hear me okay?
Yep.
Fantastic. Great to be here, everyone. Thank you so much. You know, excited to provide space access opportunities to the Maldives Space Research Organization, and then to any other emerging space nation looking to do the same. Yeah, so far it's been a great project. We should have an MOU here in place this week, a second version. So we're just still moving forward out here. Yeah, was there anything that you guys wanted me to talk about specifically or touch on?
I don't know if there's any calls to action for the community or any ways that people watching here might be able to help you with what you're doing in any way, you know. Yeah, anything that you need assistance from the MoonDAO community?
Yeah, what I really like about this community is people's willingness to distribute their ideas. And so, you know, Will and I were talking about in the Maldives currently, they're working on some data centers for supporting blockchain. And so, you know, there could be some opportunity there for other collaborations. If anyone in the community has ideas on, you know, how we can make this project more impactful or even broaden its scope, right? we've got the funds now to do the baseline level of work, and then I think it's just more so going to grow from there. So again, if people have other ways that we can grow our impact or any collaborations, ideas that they have, definitely shoot me a message. I'm Moonshot on the Discord. But as of right now, we don't really need any other specific support, as it's just going to take us putting boots on the ground in Male, and then teaching this crew how to build these large polyethylene balloon systems.
Awesome. Yeah. Excited to see this get off the ground. No pun intended. Yeah, cool.
Thanks, Pablo. Cheers.
Awesome. Thank you, Trent. Cool. Yeah, Trent was, or the Maldives proposal was kind of the #1 supported project last quarter, which was really cool to see the enthusiasm for the community for, this kind of hardware type project. But yeah, maybe we can invite Julio up on stage next. Hey, Julio, how's it going?
Hi guys. Hi Ryan, Pablo, nice to see you.
Good to see you.
Yeah. I have some doubts about our operation because in our project we are considering the community, MoonDAO community members, citizens apply to participate in a space and log mission here with us. One of the issues is we are requesting a video. They record a video talking about the motivations about to travel to Brazil, and also participate in a space and log mission. And also imagine some deadlines. For example, since we have like some guidelines from you, I imagine that we can just starting the invitation to applicants, to people apply to participate. And also we are visualizing a deadline. For example, I believe it's February 20th to conclude the applications of them. My doubt is if you need like something like a council or like 2 or 3 members to evaluate these proposals or not. Also, I can evaluate and also these proposals from them. Also, they need to like give some impulse for the applications, like also like using like the coins that we are using, like to like have more chances. And I'm little I'd like more guideline about it. How would be like the easiest way to develop this operation?
Yeah, it's good questions, Julio. I think some of that we'll have to coordinate with offline. Well, not offline, but off of the town hall. But in general, I think if we can get the announcement materials together on your end, get them to us, we can do collab posts or whatever it may be on socials to get the word out here in the next 2 weeks. Generally speaking, like review board or something like that would probably be the best way to do it, not just yourself. I mean, that could be made up perhaps of some of the other project leads here that are in this call, like Trent or Lakshmi or Michael. I mean, volunteering some people perhaps, but we could have them contribute their voices to pick the top candidates. If we get a lot of candidates, obviously a lot of applications, that's what we did for the world's biggest analog project last year. And if it's not a lot of applications, it could just go up for a direct MoonDAO citizen community vote as well. So yeah, I mean, we can keep chatting about like the logistics. I know we'll need to kind of move kind of quickly. I think getting the word out though, and putting together a few people that can help lend their voices to potentially pick the top candidates is the next steps that we'll need to do with you, Julio.
Yes, in this case, maybe would be important. We have 2 volunteers to evaluate these proposals with me. If someone watching from the group that can be available to support me in these evaluations. Yes, and also I'd like everybody watching this conversation now, please apply to participate in this analog mission in Brazil. Also, Ryan commented with me that maybe there's some restrictions in terms of the value. Maybe instead to be like 4 participants, will be like 3, but will be good at definition about it. Also, if someone has some doubt about, can contact me. We just have like I just prepare like a pre-test or like a template based in 0G context that happened like it's 2 years ago. I also like considering how would be like the process of application, what kind of features they can consider when and during the recording of the video. Yeah, I'll just have like something just prepared, only looking the last details to launch and invite the community to apply the applications.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you, Julio. Yeah, we'll work on getting the word here out to the community members. And yeah, as Julio said, anyone who's willing to lend a helping hand in terms of help, in terms of selecting, or if you're just interested in participating in these analog missions, this is a really cool opportunity coming your way. Once again, to the MoonDAO community. Yeah, Trent says here he can help you out, Julio. So we got one volunteer from Trent for sure. So
okay,
cool.
Thanks, Trent. Yeah, okay, guys. Thanks so much. We'll keep in touch. Okay.
Cool.
All right. Thank you, Julio.
Thank you.
Cool. Right on. I don't think we have Kara wasn't able to make it this week, but she's kind of continuing on with her, her growth project from last quarter and this new edition, which is the Leica AI agent bot. But yeah, we'll probably hear from Kara here in the near future, I guess. Yeah, we can call Lakshmi up onto stage. Hey, Lakshmi, how's it going?
Hi, everyone. Hope you're doing well. I love the intro video, by the way. I want to see it. It was great. And also the walkthrough. Thank you so much, Pablo, because I am one of the newbies. Even though I've been lurking in MoonDAO for about a year, this was really helpful. So thanks. So we're hitting the ground running. So ours is the governance lab in Bolivia, engaging students from Universidad NUR. And so when I got the thumbs up from the community, we've already drafted an outreach flyer that the university will share with the students, get them excited, and see who's interested. So we're working with them on the language to make sure they're comfortable. Ryan, thanks for the logo link. So we were able to put the MoonDAO logo on the flyer. And then we are starting to do the design of the workshop. So I have a few asks for the MoonDAO community. I think the first is, I think when we proposed the idea and the ideation and the proposal, there were a couple of folks who suggested intros to the Bolivian Space Agency folks. So the workshop has a kickoff event on the 9th of April. So the dates are finalized, 9th, 10th, 11th of April. And so we'd love to invite a representative from the Bolivian Space Agency to the kickoff event. But they'll have to be in Santa Cruz, because I know there are folks in La Paz as well. So that would be great if there are any intros to folks. The second is these would be the first Luna University students, exploring. So we want to create like a mission patch or something that's just honoring this historic effort. So if there's any like branding gurus in the community that want to help us think through about how to do a founding patch, that would be great. And then the final thing is the orientation for the students is going to be like a, self study for 1 to 2 hours where they learn about, space initiatives. They kind of come to the workshop understanding some. We found Carl Sagan's video that you guys had a clip in Spanish, so we're going to include that. But if there are any infographics or anything, we'd be happy to translate that to Spanish. That kind of gives a landscape of like what's happening right now, particularly around Lunar. I think that would be great, so we don't have to reinvent the wheel. I'm hoping it's out there because there's quite a bit of communication folks are doing. So those are like stuff that we're like trying to get a lot of the pre-work done in the next few weeks with the partner and get ready. And then I just want to say thank you, Ryan, for connecting me with Daniel Celestial Commons. We had a great chat, and I think there's opportunities for pull through, once we have the governance lab and our legal translation work, an opportunity to collaborate there. So yeah, thank you.
Awesome.
Yeah, awesome to see like connections made between projects and different people in the community, different teams. Like that's really like the whole idea. So it's really cool to see kind of that blossoming just a little bit between you and what Daniel's working on too. So hopefully that can continue to grow. And yeah, also we'll ping the people that we know have connections to Bolivia again too, and get that ball rolling now that there's an official stamp of approval on this project and it's going forward. So
yeah,
start making those connections for sure.
I had one question. I was, as Pablo, as you were walking through the marketplace, I saw they were job listings. But if we want like volunteer opportunities, like, we're looking for someone, is that something we post there as well?
Yeah, totally.
Okay.
Yeah. I think Lunark has a team right within the platform. So from there, you can add a listing. So yeah, it would be cool. And then also, before I forget, we've made a few patches over the last 4 years. So I think that we can also connect you with someone that can make patches.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm also looking for ideas because this will be the founding project. We want the community as we grow to design the Luna University logo. We don't want to do it now. It's too early. And so we just want to recognize this as the seeding. So something that honors that first step. So great.
Totally. Cool.
All right.
Thank you. Thank you, Lakshmi. All right. See ya. Cool. And last but not least, we have Michael Castle-Miller with the LDC simulation. Hey, Michael, how's it going?
Hey, good. Thanks, guys. And thank you, everybody in the MoonDAO community, for your support for the Lunar Development Cooperative tabletop simulation. I'm really excited about it. It's something I've been kind of nerding out about and get lost in thought on how to design it. So it's great to have some support. And yeah, we're hoping to do our first like real run of the simulation at the Ascend conference on May 18th. So we're raising additional funding for that. We're looking for sponsors, corporate sponsors, and other people who want to kind of have their brand associated with it to support the costs of. We have free space from AIAA, but we're looking at like all the obscenely expensive food and beverage costs and stuff for having a one-day workshop and we should get a good group of people, policymakers from different space agencies around the world and industry, commercial space companies and so forth. We'd also love to do like a run or do some test runs with the MoonDAO community. I'm going to have to, as I kind of structure the design of it, I'm going to figure out how we make it work, logistically with pointing a camera down at the game board and so forth. But love to have your support with that and as that comes up. But yeah, if you guys have any suggestions for like potential sponsors to support the simulation, or if any of you want to kind of take part and have be associated with it, we'd love to bring you on.
Awesome. And so I have a note, not just for you, Michael, but for everyone that's got a project. The way that we structure the rewards for projects is at the end of the quarter, any project can essentially distribute some of their rewards to others that have supported them. And so this is done so that we can create a collaborative environment. So anyone that wants to support Michael in the work that he's doing, or any of the projects that I've spoken to, you know, they're asking for support. It's not just, you know, I mean, you know, we want it to be out of the kindness of your heart, but then also you can get rewarded as well. So this is, we're trying to create a collaborative environment. So yeah, and excited to see this come to life at the Ascend conference. And yeah, Michael, I already know that there's some awesome people that are working with you on the LDC, and that will be taking part in the simulation. Yeah. So yeah, anyone that wants to support Michael, definitely reach out to him.
Cool.
Awesome. Thank you, Michael. Yeah, I guess likewise for all the projects here today, like if you need any support from the MoonDAO executive team, whether that's getting messages out on socials or spreading the word or reaching out to people, obviously just let us know. Like, we're here to support you every step of the way, make sure your project is successful to the best of our ability. Yeah, we're really excited to have this kind of cohort, a first little like class of projects here that are working together, 5 amazing projects, and we want to see them be successful. And obviously we want to iterate and improve on this process in the future for the Q2 cycles and beyond. So we're really excited to see what you all are building, and yeah, how we can build this all together.
Awesome. Cool. Well, yeah, thank you to everyone who presented their project, and congratulations to everyone who got their projects accepted by the community. Yeah, it's really exciting for me to see a lot of this kind of come together, because we've changed a lot of how the system works this quarter, and yeah, it's exciting. So everyone, yeah, definitely, if you are interested in any of the projects, reach out to any of the people here. They're all on Discord, so you know, shoot them a DM if you can support with any of the asks that they have. And yeah, the projects are structured as to have a end of quarter deadline. So yeah, we want everyone to kind of hit the ground running and move quickly. And so yeah, don't waste any time. Reach out after this meeting, and yeah, let's support each of these projects.
Totally. Yeah, thank you everyone. Obviously, thank you everyone who voted too. Like, the MoonDAO voters really matter. As you can see, we went from 20 projects in the Senate down to 9, and of those 9, we have these 5 that are going forward this quarter. So your vote does matter. It really does help shape the direction of MoonDAO. This is kind of direct democracy in action, and we appreciate all of you who take the time to stay engaged and involved with these governance processes, because it is important. As you can see, we're going to have some real world impact with these projects in Q1 and potentially beyond, of course. So yeah, excited to see all this happening, and thank you everyone for tuning in today. I love the comments coming in on socials. Yeah, it's exciting. So all right, anything else?
No, that's all I've got from my end. So yeah, thanks everyone. Thanks for joining for another MoonDAO Town Hall.
Awesome. Thank you everyone. See you next week, same time, same place at Astra.
Everyone.
All right. Bye.
Welcome to MoonDAO, a revolutionary governance model and mission-oriented community that's reshaping collaboration in the space industry. Our mission is to create a self-sustaining, self-governing settlement on the moon to act as a launch point into the cosmos. MoonDAO is governed like a nation, with its own economy, constitution, voting system, treasury, elections, and senate, but internet native, and so without the limitations of geography. In 2022, we sent our first member to space, showcasing our model's capacity for real-world impact. Now, we're implementing key solutions for global collaboration in the space industry. We offer a borderless, permissionless platform that enables everyday people to participate in the future of space development and exploration. Be part of our lunar legacy and join the MoonDAO movement today.